Hello and welcome to another PokeWeaves video. I am Trainer Weaves and today we are covering gyms. Why you want to be in gyms, how to actually get in gyms, and what you should do when your Pokemon are in the gym. First up, why do you actually want to be in a gym? Well, if you're the first person to claim an empty gym, as in the first person to put your Pokemon in there, the gym will change to be the color of your team, so that is blue for Mystic, red for Valor, yellow for Instinct. Do people care about that? Maybe? Why not? The other real reason, well, what I consider the real reason for doing that is that when you're doing raids, if your team owns a gym, then you get 2 extra balls with which to catch the raid boss, assuming you beat the raid boss, of course. What is a raid boss? Well, raids are actually a massive topic that we are going to put to one side, and I will talk about them in my next video. Why do you even want to keep Pokemon in the gym though? Does it really matter if the gym is your pretty color as opposed to someone else's pretty color? Kind of, but the more important thing is your gym medal. You might have seen the first time you spin a photo disc on a gym, you get a big diamond thing. That's your gym badge. Or medal. That's your gym badge. And if you keep Pokemon in the gym, or if you fight raids at a gym, you get points towards the gym badge. The gym badge has 4 tiers, so there's gold, silver, bronze, and nothingy. It takes very little effort to get to a bronze badge, so you may as well do that. And each higher tier of gym badge actually gets you more items when you spin. Earn a gold badge on a gym and you can get a giant stack of items every time you spin that gym instead of just the 2 or 3 little piddly items. The final reason you want to be in gyms, and actually, come to think of it, this is the real reason, is that having Pokemon in gyms earns you in-game currency, coins. You get to buy things in the shop without actually spending money. Hooray! Now I covered this in my very first video, How to Play Pokemon Go for Beginners in 2018, super catchy title! What you actually want to do is, when your Pokemon's in a gym, it will sit there happily earning currency for up to 8 hours. Well, not really up to 8 hours. It'll happily earn currency until it gets knocked out. When the Pokemon gets knocked out, that currency comes to you. But you can only get up to 50 coins per day. So if you have, say, 5 Pokemon all sitting in gyms for 8 hours and they all come back to you on the same day, you only get 50 coins compared to 5 separate Pokemon sitting in gyms and getting knocked out once per day, because then you get 50 coins per day again, which I'm trying to maths. Did I say 5 Pokemon of 5 days? That would be 250 coins, which is enough for a bag upgrade and possibly something else. So when your Pokemon are in a gym, what do you actually do? Well, in order to see them, you could 1, just go to the gym and poke them in the usual way. Or, the other way, if you're not at the gym, is to go into your Pokebag. In the top right corner, you'll see the little search magnifying glass. Hit that and type Defenders. That will search all the Pokemon you have that are currently sitting in gyms to defend them. Poke 1, and instead of seeing the normal CP and stats display screen, you will see a big button saying go to gym. Hit that to go to the gym and you will see all the other Pokemon that are in the gym with your buddy. You'll also see above them little hearts, and those represent the motivation. Pokemon with lower motivation are easier to knock out, so if you go there and you see that like most of the Pokemon are really low, then what you want to do is feed them berries. Pokemon motivation drops over time, and from what we know, Pokemon with higher CP levels will drop faster than Pokemon with a CP of roughly 1500. So really, when you're choosing which Pokemon to defend, you either want something that's really, really tanky with high defense, or you want something around the range of 15-ish, 100 CP, because that way its CP won't just shoot down to there anyway. Feeding them berries when you're physically at the gym gives them a much higher boost than if you are doing it through the remote view through your Pokebag, but the way to get your Pokemon from 0 to 100% motivation is to feed them golden raspberries. So if you can see someone is actively fighting a gym and you want yours to stay in a bit longer, feed them a golden raspberry, instant refill. that is the only way you can actually help out with defense at the moment. Maybe things will change in future. Right now, it's just check it at the right time and feed. So, how do you actually get your Pokemon in the gyms to earn this delicious currency and possibly extra raid catch balls? Well, go to the gym. Actually walk out there, stand by the gym, much like you would with a Pokestop, poke the gym, you will see 6, hopefully. Probably not 6, maybe 6, depending where you are. You will see a bunch of Pokemon sitting there quite happily with little hearts over their heads. Now, if it's your team, then you can feed berries to those Pokemon, and every berry will get you a little bit of Stardust, and also it'll raise the Pokemon, not the Pokemon, the motivation level of the Pokemon, which will make them harder to fight. If, however, it's a gym that's not your team, you get to fight them, yes! To fight them, you press the button in the bottom right corner, not the actual bottom right corner, that's the one that gets you the photo disc that lets you spin for balls and stuff. The one just above that. Pressing the fight button will take you into the battle preparation screen. Now along the top of that you will see, again, the same Pokemon you saw in the gym, all nicely listed out for you. You will be fighting them from left to right, so if you want you can use that to choose which, you can use that order to prioritize which Pokemon you're fighting with. And the bottom half of the screen is the game's recommended Pokemon team that you should fight with. However, the game's algorithm for choosing that doesn't necessarily choose the highest damage. It prioritizes survivability as well, so sometimes you will get really tanky Pokemon, ones that take loads of damage, will survive against anything, cannot hit at all. So, this is where knowing how to fight, knowing how to choose Pokemon comes in, and you can learn that from my handy dandy previous video, Deep Dive into Pokemon Go for Beginners, where I talk about attack bonuses, stab, all those other good things that you need to know about Pokemon. I gotta say, while you're fighting the Pokemon, it's not a huge deal to get the perfect counters, because you're not actually fighting another person who can make choices over what counterattacks they're gonna do. All the defending Pokemon are gonna do is bash you with their fast attack until they get enough charge for the charge attack, and then they'll hit you with that, and that's it. So it's really more about a battle of attrition than a battle of skills. However, you will ideally want to win and knock out all the Pokemon within 10 minutes, because after 10 minutes, any passing trainers from the team that owns the gym can walk in and just drop in a new Pokemon, which you'll have to fight. So you do want to go for things that will knock them out fast. The other reason to do it quickly is that when Pokemon's motivation drops to a certain level, it will send a notification to the person that owns the Pokemon, assuming they have it activated on their phone, and then they can swoop in, feed it a raspberry or a golden raspberry, and suddenly it's back up to full motivation, and you gotta fight it 3 more times. You want to take them out quick. It helps to have other people in the battle with you, but that runs the risk of, if any passers-by are on a different team, they might snatch the gym before you can get yours in. So once you've knocked all the Pokemon out, go back into the gym screen, bash that button in almost the bottom right corner, and drop your Pokemon in as fast as possible. There is a short lockout, so if you take the gym, then random passers-by can't just go off and grab it. It is locked to only people who participated in the last battle. But still, the people in that last battle may not necessarily have been your team. I hope that helps you understand more about gyms in Pokemon Go. If you liked the video, consider hitting that subscribe button, and also I am supposed to tell you about the little bell thing. I don't know how to make a bell pattern with my hands, but I think I'm doing it wrong. Anyway, hit the bell so you get notifications, tell your friends because that is the best way to support new YouTube creators, and maybe I will see you next week when we talk about raids. Goodbye!